Thanks for popping in for Duber's Discussions. I'm Duber. Hey, it's a pleasure to have Anna Duffield as our first guest of the season. Anna, who played for the Ridgway Elker football team and graduated in 2022, is starting her second season with the Pittsburgh Passion of the WFA, the Women's Football Alliance, and the Passion opened their season Saturday evening down in Tampa Bay. We're going to get into a lot of things here, Anna, but first of all, you bring joy to my life, my friend.
Well, I appreciate you, and you always bring joy to mine. I mean, I always appreciated you following me all through high school and now continuing to follow me in the next step of my career. And I honestly, I have no words for the appreciation that I have for you and the love that I have for you.
Okay, now you got me a little mushy, but let's get to the bones of things. You guys get the season underway down at Tampa Bay. Now, before we get into this year, let's touch a little bit about last year, your rookie season. And Anna, you came out smoking. You had one heck of a rookie year. First of all, just tell me the transition from that, being a rookie. Now you're, in your second season. Then we're going to talk a little bit how things went last year. But how are you feeling this year after getting through last year?
I feel really good. I mean, especially with the team, again, they're just a family that I'll have forever, and no matter what happens, I know I have them behind me, and they have me behind me. The transition was really easy going from last year to this year, especially with how the season ended last year. That was pretty tough, but, at the end of the day, we all knew that we had each other, and I think that's what got us through it.
Yeah. How cool is it to call the rookies Rook? Or I'm sure they're relying on you to help them out, buddy.
Yeah, it was definitely a little odd, having, now that I'm looked at as a leader, and instead of I was the one that everybody was meeting instead of me meeting everybody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a little different, being looked at as a leader and making sure, and just being there for anybody who has any questions at all and just helping them as much as I can.
Okay, let's go back to the semifinals last year. And there's more to this story than people may know. First of all, I got to tell you, their quarterback of the Divas, Amanda Caggialdi, she was like the rebirth of, I guess, old football fans. I'm going to call her a cross between John Riggins and Mark Ripien, a quarterback for them. She was just full of whatever happened that night, but we got to tell the story. You guys were up by 20 going into the fourth quarter, but you guys were banged up, Anna. I know you were playing both ways at times. A lot of girls were. They come back for the 35-34 win. I know there was disappointment, but you ladies played your guts out. You couldn't have gave any more. What was that feeling like? Not in a weird way, but as it was happening, I know you're trying to hang on all you could. And when that final whistle went and you guys met, just what kind of emotions were going on there?
Honestly, a lot of the time, when people ask me, what happened, I, my one answer I give is, I truly don't know, because when I play a football game, I'm so locked in and I'm so with my team that sometimes I tend to black out.
Mm-hmm.
After games, I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah.
But, and then, I actually end up rewatching all of our games the next day after because of that. But, I knew we left the field that night knowing that everybody gave 110%, no matter the score or what have happened. I know I trust my team that we all gave everything we had. I sure and heck did, especially towards the end, playing both sides of the ball. It was just one of those things where it's you didn't have a choice but to keep going.
Yeah.
It was that rush of the game and the feeling of how bad we wanted it is what got us through that game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No matter the outcome of that. Being on the field for what had happened, coming off the field, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just felt like a little numb, but there was still more game to play, so I had to put it aside and finish it out and give my team every last part of me that was in me. But at the end of the day, I knew I had my team with me, and knowing that I was with them and I had them no matter the outcome, I knew everything was going to be okay, and we were going to come back next year ready to roll. Yeah,
you know what, after that, and we'll get into this year real quick in a little bit, but you guys went on and had some success with some flag football over at the Hall of Fame where the championships were played. What was that kind of like?
That was honestly, that was such a blast. I had made second team All-American, so I was going down to Canton to do a little bit of that stuff, and my coach had called and asked me if I wanted to play on the flag team, just, something for, me to do and get some more football in. And I mean, I'll never pass up an opportunity to play any type of football.
Yeah.
That was just so much fun. Just being able to go out there with, I met some new people, and being able to step on the Hall of Fame field was, just an amazing experience.
Yeah. So, okay, we start on Saturday. Now, your first 3 games are on the road. You play Tampa Bay on Saturday. The 9th, you get to go play the Divas in their house. Then you go to Cincinnati on the 23rd. You come home on May 30th, and it'll be Tampa Bay, and you'll play them at Slippery Rock. Then the Divas come into Slippery Rock on the 6th. And Cincinnati will play you at West Allegheny High School on the 13th. So you guys got 6 games to make your mark and get into the playoffs. And again, I know Teresa Kahn and Lisa Horton, your coaches, I know they got to be chomping at the bit. What is the vibe as you guys get ready to take the field on Saturday?
Well, we've been going at it since, January. We've been working hard, and every day we get better. Every day you got to get that 1% better. The vibes right now are, honestly, I feel really good. I'm very excited to watch the team we have this year play somebody else and watch everything click, because I'm watching it all click at practice, and I'm ready to watch it on the field and watch it click there. I was just talking to a teammate, and I told him, I am so excited to play with my defense. Yeah. I am ready to watch us and have us do our thing. And I know the offense is just as ready as the defense. And, it's one team at a time. And, you look at this long season, but at the end of the day, you got to take it 1 week at a time. Sure. And especially with it being the first game of the season, you can't, it's hard to look back on other seasons because they could change completely everything. So, you got to be as prepared as possible for anything and everything that anybody could ever bring out. I mean, it's football. It's anyone's game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know last year when you guys opened down there, one thing you have to be prepared for is the heat down at Tampa Bay, and it was pretty brutal last year when you guys took the field down there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that heat definitely got me. I got an IV when I got home. So thank goodness for my stepdad John able to give me an IV. He's a paramedic. But yeah, I was, so thank goodness I was able to recover from that. But it's very different, so you got to do your best to not only prepare for the game, but also prepare for, your weather changes and everything, especially from us practicing up here to going all the way down there to heat that we're not used to. And it's a lot hotter on the turf than you think. Yeah. So just making sure you stay hydrated and make sure you eat right this week to get your body ready and acclimated as much as you can to that kind of weather. Yep,
and of course, throughout the season on our Facebook page, which we've kind of revamped, and also on YouTube, we'll have the links to where folks can watch you guys play. But I do want to talk about that support from John and your mom Jody and sister Lydia, because there's one thing, Anna, folks might not know, and it's a good time to talk about it, is it's not like you're chartering team high-class planes to go from point A to point B to these games. Traveling, tell me a little bit about that and what gets you there. It's kind of a challenge of its own, isn't it?
Yeah, Definitely, for sure, especially hard practice weeks and with work. But, I got to give my family the credit all in the world. They go from seeing me all the time to be honest, I'm never really home. And I can't thank them enough for following me everywhere.
Yeah.
They never miss a game. They're always there for support. They always ask me what I need. If it's whether I'm getting home at 2 a.m., my mom's making sure I got my lunch packed or my laundry's done, It's the little things that a lot of people may not think that they support me in that can save me a lot of time and making sure I get where I need to be and do what I need to do. And again, with them just following me everywhere, I'm like, here's my schedule. Here we go.
Yeah.
And they get excited to just go to every single one of these places, no matter where it's at.
So,
and I can't thank them enough and give them.
Yeah. So what's the plan to get down to Tampa Bay?
Well, we're flying out. We're going to do a little long weekend.
Cool.
Football first, always, before all the fun. So it'll be, football focused until then. So I'm not too much worried about, the fun stuff after. That will come.
Yeah.
But we got to get the job done first.
Yeah. We have to mention, because I noticed on the Passion website, and we will have those links available to everybody, you're sponsored by Luke's Tree Service. Tell me a little about that.
Oh, they're amazing. Also a little family friend. I got to know them pretty well through my stepdad, John, and, they give me a lot of support, and they come out to games, and they have so much fun coming there, and I love that they get to see where their sponsorship comes into play at, and all the support that they give us that, and I appreciate them coming to games, and I like to see that they're enjoying it, and I got to give them all the love in the world for helping me do this journey with me, because I wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool last year. We had some fans in the area going down to games, and it just did my heart good to see that. Now, my 102-year-old producer, Leo, who was with me back in my WKZA days, he's given me this wrap-up sign. He's got this 15-minute thing, but Leo, you're going to have to wait because I want to talk to you just, again, a little bit about, you went from high school playing these sports. You're, 22 years old now?
Yeah, I just had a birthday.
Yes. Do you find yourself pinching yourself that, damn, life's pretty good?
Yeah, on it all the time. I always say to myself, too, when stuff does go wrong, everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad, I'm always right where I need to be, even when I don't think that I am. Life will take me where it needs to take me, and at the end of the day, I will always be okay. And the sun will always rise. And again, everything happens for a reason. Yeah.
I was looking at your here's the part of the game where I get to ask you a question. You can throw one at me, but I was reading your profile, and you are a Lego builder. And I saw that as one of your hobbies, so I'm not going to put you on the spot too hard, but my nephew just put together this really cool jet plane. Tell me a little bit about Legos and anything you mastered that you're very proud of.
Oh, I have a huge Lego collection. Huge. It's one of my favorite things to show off. I kind of got into it, I always liked it as a kid, and then high school got busy with sports and everything, but then after that, I wanted a little something to do, so I decided to get back into it, and it just became like a little collection obsession.
Cool.
I have plenty of cars. I got guitars.
That's awesome.
Disney Legos. I mean, you name it. I probably got some. They're just one of those things. I'm also I really like building like the little trinket stuff. So yeah. Legos, they kind of calm my mind, especially when you'd be surprised if I have a hard practice week. Sometimes all I want to do is build a Lego. It shuts my mind off and gets me back to where I need to be.
That's awesome. I also know the horrors of stepping on a Lego in the darkness, so I hope that doesn't happen to you before a game sometime. But
oh, no. I protect my Lego shelf with my life.
Okay, you can throw a question at me if you got one.
I think I have a pretty good one for you this time. What motivates you to go above and beyond?
I think what it is that, life can really just kick you where you don't want to be kicked sometimes, and that has happened a lot in my life. And, after I got really sick, and really through people like you, I realized that this whole being kind and making a difference does matter. And sometimes I get emotional here, but I think, you know what? If I can put a smile on a face today, damn, that was a good day. And you were one of those people that helped me do that, buddy. But that's why going over and above and beyond, because I just think we all have stories to say and to show. And I just think that the world's a better place if we're all together in it, buddy, working towards that again, being kind and doing our best to make a difference. You got me crying. Okay, well, on that note, we're going to keep tabs of everything. Like I said, on our page, on YouTube and on Facebook, we're going to show you where to tune in. We're going to have all kind of exclusive, cool things with the WFA. Their weekly shows are great. And Anna, I am just thrilled that I had a chance to talk to you. I'm looking for big things from you as always. And you know what? You're never going to disappoint me, my friend. And let's go down to Tampa Bay, have some fun on Saturday.
Hey, well, I appreciate you, Bob, and I hope you enjoy watching us. And, Pittsburgh Passion is ready to roll.
For more on the Pittsburgh Passion and the WFA, check out our Duber's Place Facebook page and join us on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for new editions of Duber's Discussion. Hey, I'm Duber, and remember, be kind and do your best to make a difference.